Right then, a video has emerged today in the news of Raheem Sterling showing off his property, assuming it's his property, to some friends, and it's provoked a bit of outrage, and rightly so, I think. Although there's no official word it's his house, from what I've read, unless there's something been released since then to clarify that it's his house. I'm going to assume it is for a couple of reasons. Firstly, in one of the, if I remember right, I mean I haven't got the video to hand, I've only seen it once or twice. If I remember right, he goes into some cinema room, and I think Raheem then just lies all over the chairs, just lounges over them, giving the kind of attitude like, yeah, this is mine, sort of thing. So that's number one. Secondly, the cars outside, one of them was if I remember right, a white Range Rover, which I believe Raheem Sterling has got one. Seen him driving about, well I haven't seen him, but he has been seen to drive about in a white Range Rover before. So that's number two. And number three, he appears to be showing the other guys, or the other guy, around the place like he knows it. So that's number three. So for those three reasons, I'm going to assume it's his house. The fact that he's got these things bothers me not. I mean, he's 21, 22, I think he's 22, and he earns 180 grand a week. And if you were 22 and you earn 180 grand a week, I'm pretty sure you'd buy those things as well, wouldn't you? So the fact that he's got those things, I don't care at all. What bothers me, and it's bothered a lot of people, is the timing of it. His performances in the Euros were quite frankly shit. They weren't up to standard, and they weren't the standard of a £49 million player, or however much he cost. I think it was 49 million. All he did all tournament that was any use was earn us a penalty in the game against Iceland, and personally I think that was a little bit lucky, the fact that the ball was rolling away from him and going out of play. I do feel that some referees wouldn't even have given that, but that's all he did all tournament, was win us a penalty. I'm going to make a bit of a tight squeeze here. And his performances were, as I just said, they were quite frankly shit. It reminds me a little bit like a couple of footballers recently. I know Alex Iwobi released a picture of his diamond watch a few weeks back. Bothers me not really. He can afford it, and he's done nothing really wrong. In fact, he had a decent season, I think. Done nothing wrong for people to jump on his back for that. Which brings me on to the next one. Julian Lescott, that released a picture of his card, didn't he, if I remember right, just after Villa got relegated, and that was shocking. And then he comes out to say it went off accidentally in his pocket. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You must think that the fans were born yesterday if you expect us to believe that. I'm not even a Villa fan. I don't support any team for a couple of reasons. I'm not going to go into that. I don't support any team, and even I thought that was shocking, the fact he'd do that just after they've been relegated. It kind of gives a don't give a shit kind of attitude. Yeah, he got relegated, so what? Look at my car. And it's bang out of order for the fans that pay to see that every week. So today, for this footage to be released of Sterling, it's just bad timing. I mean, I don't know much about. It was released on Snapchat, and I don't know anything about Snapchat. I'm not on it. I know that a video or picture or whatever shows up for a few seconds and it disappears. That's all I know about it. That's even if I've got that right. So I don't know anything about it. I don't know whether it was on his account or somebody else had posted it or what. I don't know how it works. If it's on his account, again, it's out of order. It's still out of order even if it's not on his account, to be honest with you. But fuck's sake. so that as I say, I mean, I've said 2 or 3 times now, not fully concentrating, looking at the road, but he's just the timing of it. He's really shit. And if that's a friend of his that's released that footage, it's, can he really consider him a friend? It's they should have known the backlash that's going to come from that. That's all I've got to say about it, really. It's maddening, really, that this would come out now. Considering the performances that he was giving, I mean, a couple of times in a couple of the games he fell over the ball. I mean, you paid nearly £200,000 a week to kick the bloody thing, and you're falling over it. So, hey, it's released now. It's out in the public, and quite rightly the public are enraged about it. I'm a little bit annoyed about it. As I say, more for the timing and his shit performances in the Euros more than his actual possessions. You know, I don't care if he earns it. And talking of earning it, I think I'll talk a little bit about what footballers earn, just for a few seconds, because a lot of people say that footballers are overpaid. And personally, as long as they perform and do what they're supposed to be doing, I don't think they're overpaid. Raheem, he's probably overpaid for what he did in the Euros. Although again, England players don't get paid. That's another thing. Footballers bring in, especially that kind of money, when they're on 180 grand a week. They're on that because they're bringing merchandise, or they help to shift merchandise and sell shirts and all that kind of jazz. So for that reason, that's why the clubs pay that kind of money, to bring in the sales, and it brings in the money and the success to the club. So from that perspective, I don't think that they're overpaid. And obviously they help to bring a great deal of ultimately trophies to the club, isn't it? Which is the aim of the game. So Raheem, yeah, is he overpaid for what he did in the bloody Euros? Yes, he is, I suppose. But that's by the by, it's gone now, isn't it? So I'll be interested to hear what people think about what I've said about Sterling's house. I know a lot of other people are pissed off about it. Again, assuming it's his house, I've put my reasons out there why I think it's his. So I'm interested to hear what you think. Hoping to make this like a regular thing where I talk about the football and results, all that kind of stuff. Noisy fucker. So we'll see how we go on. So peace out.